Hi, family. So the Masons say chaos, order out of chaos. What is the chaos? Well, they are the ones, the destroyers. They create wars, even in France, and all the world wars were created by these Masons to get order over the people, to rule and reign over the people, and to get into their brains and to deceive them and lie. These are the ones in Revelation where it says they deceived the nations, okay, and they made them drink of the fornication. Okay, that's what they do. And God remembers their sins in Revelation. So I have no right to cover those sins, because then that would be, even though God says forgive your enemy, I forgive them, and I hope that many of them would turn. But God says in his word that the ones that turn into serpents, the fire of God will be poured out, the plagues. And he says, come out of her, my people, that you would not partake in her plagues. So we're not supposed to partake of her plagues, all right? The plagues are for her. Just like Egypt, the Pharaoh opened his third eye, or whatever it is, and caused himself to become a big reptile serpent. But these guys, by deceit, they ruled the nations, by extortion, by murder. And you know, God does not like the murderers. They're like their father, the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning. Cain murdered his brother. Okay. And they're hunters, and they got the god of war and god of forces, armed forces, and all these different things. Now, God did have people destroy certain people because they were dead, and there was no salvation for them. They would never turn to God. They would continue in their ways. So they were the walking dead. They were without spirit, he said about the Egyptians, and he said their chariots had no spirit. So these people have really become possessed by something that isn't of God. Now, some people can be saved, and the demons cast out. Some people become demons. Remember, Jesus said one of you is a devil to his apostles, and it was because he had turned him in to be crucified. So that makes their sin worse. So the Jews that turned Jesus in to go to the hall of judgment, their sin is worse. So they had done an evil sin. So in here it says Mason. If you do a pentagram in here, it says Mason. And so they do chaos, order out of chaos. So they bring destruction. They're the destroyers, the sons of perdition. They are perdition. The gates of hell are opened by these people. With their practices, the things that they do, they open all the gates for the demons to come through and possess people. Using temptation, covetousness, the tell a lie vision, they make everyone follow idols, all things of sin, all sin. Anyways, I'm going to have to do a new one because this one's over.